Good morning, everybody. Just 1 second. Apparently my goggles are all fogged up. I'm going to wipe them off. Hold on. That's better. Oh, yeah, that's way better. So that's what happens when you shower right before you do your work. All right. Good morning, as I said, and welcome to another edition of Concept Art Design in VR. Today, we are going to be continuing our process of designing a CyberDock chop shop for something like Cyberpunk 2077. Ooh, I've turned it completely sideways. Let's keep our rotation this way. Oh, that is really foggy. It's hot in here today, I guess. Okay, hopefully my glasses will defog. I may have to do this again. It's moist today in Vancouver. So anyway, yes. So far we have built the light system, the surgical chair, and like the desk and computer area over here. Today is going to be more of a fiddly little bits things, like other stuff. I know one thing I want is some sort of I don't know, a chamber for like a liquid chamber for growing, a vat for growing organic parts. Something kind of looks like the medical chamber from Empire Strikes Back that Luke is hanging in. And I need to still make the room and a few other things like that. Might be a good time to talk about like what's good to make in VR versus not. You probably will not see me make the actual physical room in here. For one thing, medium doesn't do 90 degrees well. There's no way to line it up. And there are other tools that do that very well and very quickly. Also, things like square boxes, and just random bookshelves, that kind of thing. There's no real need to make it in here. I mean, we could, but it'd just be kind of doing it to do it, not because of any real reason beyond that. I'm going to wipe my glasses again. My apologies. Okay. Hopefully that stays better this time. But yeah, there's no real need to make those things here. We can do it just as fast in 3D Code or 3ds Max or whatever other software you might know, and probably lower poly and more accurate and with sharper edges. So the things that are good to do in VR like this, for me, are things that have a lot of things like cables running off into the distance, because you can just do that. Or also for me, organic shapes where you want to be able to like look at it and say, okay, that's a person, like that. Things like that, super good to make in VR. So far, well, and in medium. Gravity Sketch is also pretty damn good for squares and things like that, although it has a limitation in terms of being able to cut into things. So it tends to make fairly simple objects. But if you're going to do Gravity Sketch and then Octane to use some displacement maps to get some of that medium level detail, could also be very good. But for medium, we want to make things that are either a little bit more organic or a little bit more complex across 3 dimensions. Honestly, for this organic tube thing, I could probably make it in 3D Code, maybe even easier than here. But we're going to start it here, just because it is so humid. Ugh, gosh, glasses are just fogging up. It's annoying. Let's go back and single, none. So there's a tube, and what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to set my alternate tool to move, just because get my system set up right. And looking reasonably good. see if we can make it a little bit straighter. See, this is where I just wish we had a vertical line system, but we don't. But I think this is going to be the inside of our tube. The other thing that Medium does not have that I wish it did was some way to do transparency. Because what I want to do is make this a glass thing surrounded by other parts. But I can kind of cheat it. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to work a little bit differently today. I'm not making a base model sketch like I do other times. But I do want to get this so I can see when I've exposed it again. Although maybe I didn't want to do that just yet. Actually, I take it back. I don't want to do that yet. Because what I want to do is duplicate it. And then I want to grow it. Not move it. Grow it. And which coordinate space? I think there's a snap. Ooh, that's cool. Let's try that. Made it bigger, I think. Now let's turn it off. Looks like we made it bigger. We make it bigger all the way around, or just one direction? Just one direction. Damn it. I see. And can we move it a little bit that way? Okay, let's see if I got it. So let's turn it off. Go back to layer 1 and spray it down. Okay, turn it back on. Okay, clearly I have not, because, whoo, it's hot. Whew. They don't tell you about this with VR, man. Does this layer 2 have things? Oh, okay, that's why I already painted part of it. Let's unpaint that, or paint it just a different color. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now, turn that back on. So nothing. So now, increase the res on that one. And let's go back to clay. And cut it out. Okay, hold on 1 second. There we go. Got the fan going. Hopefully that will help decrease the humidity and I can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, yeah, so something like that could give us a window into it. I think that'll work pretty well. Want it bigger? No, do we want a square window or something more interesting? Let's try something more interesting just so we can acknowledge that we've done it if we don't like it later. Ooh, it's kind of cool. Was not exactly what I was thinking, but damn if it's not kind of neat. So let's go with it. Let's straighten it up a little bit though. And vastly different part to what I was thinking of it being. But hey, I like the Christian cross motif there. It'll go with our neo-goth chick. That was one of our doctor ideas. That is going to be sweet. Okay, so this is our viewport into our thing now. I like it. Let's go to the new layer. And let's see. Get them back on gray. Increase the rest twice. We're good. Start working on how we want it to have a base. That as a base. Kind of liking that. It needs to be down the center though. More. Okay. And then let's shrink it down. Pull out parts of it. And yeah, on the backside too. I don't want it to go down that far. Well, maybe I do, and I'll just have to put a base on it. But let's try to keep it relatively level. That's relatively level. For some reason, I tend to drag things down like that here a little bit. Which, I mean, if I'm going to put on the floor would be okay. But let's try to avoid it. Okay, so we're going to start with a shape like that for our frame. And then maybe something like that there and there. Yep, that's looking cool. And then back in there like that. This thing's just going to be like sitting on the floor, kind of over here like that. Just getting an idea for scale. It's going to be about like that. So it's pretty big, but I don't want it to be that much larger man sized. Like that. It's just sort of sitting there in the space, chilling. It's not going to be Christmas colored. And I'm going to probably put a glowy thing there. Before we do that, though, let's a new layer. Increase the rest twice. And yeah, maybe, but no. And then let's pull it back to there. And let's decrease the inner radius and rotate it around. Cool. Yeah, the fan is working much better now for keeping the thing from just completely overheating and me fogging up everywhere. It's bad. Things I'll have to pay attention to this summer, probably. But we're good now, so yay. Shrink it down. Fill that in there. Yep, cool. Then, like I said, I kind of want a screen of some kind across there, which is going to be a new layer. Increase it once. Let's color it bright yellow. Okay. And parts, just a square. Maybe a little closer in. Just a square. Cool. Now let's erase it out. Where it's outside. Try this, see if we can get it to work. for me. I don't need to be this big on the inside, so let's just delete that. Should cut our polys down a little bit. Yeah, it's looking good. Too much. Still too much. Let's look sideways. Okay, actually I think I might cover that up with a different thing. Make that just be the screen here. Okay. So this is going to be rename light, new layer, try to avoid it. Let's use that part. Set our color to gray. And go back to continue or single from continuous. Oh. Light. Not on the light layer, right? No, we are not. Good. Fill that in there. Fill that in there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Fill that in there. Yep. So we're just starting to get a weird sci-fi thing, which is kind of what we wanted it to be. Let's see, where's the top? There's the top. Like that. Yep, cool. Okay, we need to do a lot more work down there. We could fill in, but I don't think we just want to fill in. I think we want to make it bigger too. Let's do that. Yeah, okay, cool. But let's add on to the outside too. Just find a new part. Dump it in there. Okay, it's actually reasonably close to flat. Cool. Reasonably. That's better. Okay. Time for a new layer. And let's go with a different color again, just so I can kind of see. We'll go back to white. Or even light blue. There we go. I don't know why, it doesn't matter. But just to give us something a little different. It's a cool part. I don't want it right there, but I do think I might want it right there. Particularly if I can do that. Okay. It does get a little broken, but I think, again, for concept art, that'll be fine. Now, a few more solid type pieces as well. That goes in there. Yep, looking cool. We need to get rid of the dome top too. It's a little too, like, I don't know, cheesy 80s. Which, I mean, I like my cheesy 80s, but do we start with just a ring? That might be simple. If you like it, you know what I'm going to say, so I don't even need to say it. Put a ring on it. All right, there we go. I had to. Um, let's see, something else. Just gonna randomly scroll down the list until we find something cool looking. Um, let's see. It's at maximum height, but what if we did that? Actually, we could stretch it. Let's try stretching it, or another put underneath it. Now we'll stretch it. Stretching it's cool. Just sort of connecting those parts, and everything blue right now is on that one layer. So we could think of it in terms of like one set of constructions, maybe. So these things maybe all interact with each other versus. Ooh, I like how it doubled there at the back. That's kind of cool. Maybe not. Let's try it again. That's better. And no, it's not. It's hard to get these things lined up right. Yeah, it's gonna annoy me. There we go. That works. And gives us lots of room for tons of cables. Which, let's go put some mounts for those in right now. I'm thinking, what would be a good part for that? That might work out well. Yeah, that'll be fine. Shrink her down to there, there. Sure. There, there, and there. Cool. I can literally now attach cables to all of those. I think that'll be sweet. I'm liking that. Then maybe we'll do the same thing here and here, a little lower. And then here and here. Did I go outside? Yes, just slightly. There. So we've got tons of spots now to link up cables to all of those things. Should be good. Okay. Still feeling a little 80s-tastic, but I think once I texture it, that'll be better. Let's go to the new layer now. Increase resonance. Let's make some of those cables so we can see what it's going to look like. Actually, like my dark green cables, I don't know why. Continuous, steady stroke. No, nope. Yep, good. Okay. Shrink it down a lot. So we can do 1, 2. Let's redo that one. We start from here. 3. 4. Okay, those are all looking good. And then we'll take one through here to there. Let's redo that again. Like that. There. There. Just giving it lots of places for cables. That's the back side. Okay. Front side. Cool. Cute. And then maybe let's do, just to give it something big. There, like that. Yeah. Break the silhouette a little more. And then the same thing here to there. Just so that really we're breaking the silhouette. We're seeing cables kind of everywhere. Let's go back to this layer and select my blue again and select that part again. And single. Throw that there as well. Okay. Keeping our design language consistent. I got those parts. We'll keep those parts there. Okay. Now, what else do we want to add? I think we need a bit more on the top. Some kind of a machine part to it. This is going to be rename cables. Let's try to stay off of it. And let's go grab a new color. Custom. Come way down here. These are like, yeah, more what I think of as mech shapes, but let's see. That's cool. It's as big as it gets. That down more like that. Maybe let's try increasing the res one more time, see if it'll fill it out right. And of course it shrinks us down more too, but it does. No, let's try to find a different part. That seems like I think will be better. Goes across there nicely. Yeah, looking good. Put one, put it in the back too, shrink it down and a little bit like that. I love how you can just reuse the part and it just makes it feel like it belongs. You know, it's literally just the same piece 3 times, but symmetry, different axis, different sizes. Feels good. And then maybe, can we put it, what happens if we put it here too? Do we like it there as well? Yeah, we do. And what else do we want to do with it? Another longer part. Let's That's this layer. Fix this front stuff. I like that layer. Let's do that again, just so we know what we're on. Let's select that color and place it in there. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, okay. But let's try to line it up better. Okay. Okay. Yep, good. And then we'll just fill that part in with a couple of these things. Ooh, I didn't think of it that big, but it could be cool. Like that. And then like that. Yeah, liking it a lot. And then that. Cool. Doesn't do anything, but it looks cool. Yeah, let's make that bigger and do the same thing along the back here just to give it a form. Okay. And now let's go back to our cables layer. That continuous. Select cable color. Shrink her down. We're just going to go over those existing ones because I like them there. Nope. This is the kind of thing that I like having VR for. Let's line it up exactly. I think it'll make my life easier. Cool. And then here, like that. Are we not? No, we are symmetrical. That's right. Okay. Didn't do anything weird. And then in there. Just filling up those parts. And cables are awesome, so lots everywhere. Don't really need any in the back probably, but we'll do that anyway. And that. There we go. Cool. Again, we're deep in the back, so it's not really a big deal, but but I just like them. I think they're cool. And from here, there. All right, it's feeling very techy. It's giving me the parts that I want. Um, that's bugging me a bit. That's bugging me a bit. Let's go to a new layer. Go up 3 and go back to gray, just so I can see. Single and custom shapes. Just gonna go back to mine, and I'm just gonna grab. I think this will work fine. Yep, that works fine. Can do better than that though. There we go. Makes it feel like it fits better. Let's do the same thing here, here, to give that a little bit of vibe. And anywhere else? I like those shapes there like that. I think that's good. Alrighty then. So now I think we're rapidly approaching. Yeah, cool. We're rapidly approaching the end of this one. For just like literally just sci-fi tech greeble to sit off on the side of the room. So it sort of sits there like that. It'll glow nicely onto the floor. This red's going to glow, and it will add a good ambiance to our room, which is really what we want. And then, like I said, I will build the floor and the walls and probably a little bit of other stuff in 3D Coat tomorrow or this afternoon. I doubt I'll share that because it's not that interesting. It's just regular 3D builds. And then we'll build one more thing tomorrow in the stream and put it all together. And hopefully it will be boss. Let's just get rid of that. Let's see. I want to delete that rather than texture it. And get rid of steady stroke. And select the layer. There we go. That's better. Okay, yeah, that's better. Could just try a couple little cut points. Yeah, why not? Just to give it a bit more interest and to make it so we're not just using stamps, because that feels a little cheesy to me. I like having some more personal design into it. Am I on that layer? Yes. Cool. Not that far in, but that far in for sure. Just a couple of neat places for light to catch and to add some visual interest. Yeah. Give that a bit more room to shine. Same there. Cool. And what happens if I just for... Nah, I like it covering like that. It's like just for shits and giggles, but no. Being picky when I shouldn't be. At least I know it. Smoothing it down. Alrighty, cool. I didn't even save this thing on, so let's save it. Clear, and it's Cyberdoc VAT. And let's export it. 12 million polys, sounds good. So thank you for watching. Same deal as always, right? If you're watching this on Twitch, please subscribe. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe on YouTube, but that's where I put my archive, or you can watch it live every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time for about an hour when I make this sort of stuff. Tomorrow we will finish it off, and we'll have a full-on CyberDoc Chop Shop, hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.